Hey everybody, it's Taylor with Boydston Grove, and today we're going to show you how to make some Easter decor, but we're going to do it a little different.
Different how?
Let's get into it.
This had better be terrible.
Alright, so here's the deal. I'm not supposed to be working in the shop because the doctor doesn't want me getting anything in my eye until it is completely healed, so I'm calling on a little bit of help for these projects. My wife Christina is going to assist me on this first project, and this first project is going to require some 1x2 material a little over 6 feet. So if you go to the store to pick up 1x material, make sure you get an 8-foot length so you have enough. Now I'm going to be using scrap pieces that I rummaged up from around the shop. I already have them pre-marked so Christina will know where to cut them, and I also marked the lengths of each one so that I will know which piece is which, because there's going to be a lot of pieces. In addition to the 1x2 material, Christina also cut a piece of a 1x3 to use for the base. If you want all the measurements for all these pieces, I've created a full set of plans on our website. Just hit the link below. Christina wasn't too keen on using the router, so she used the sander to put a chamfer on the base, and I gotta say, I think it came out pretty nice. She also put a small bevel on all the other pieces as well. With all the pieces cut and sanded, Christina handed the reins over to me for the glue up and assembly. I only used glue for all these 1x2s, that should be plenty strong enough to hold it all together. Once it was dry, I stuck it in my X-Tool S1 to add a scripture. This can also be done with an inkjet transfer, wood burning, or just some paint pens. I ended up having to run over it a few times to get the lettering dark enough and ended up having a little bit of burning, but that's okay. I used some dark walnut stain on the base and then attached the panel with glue and brad nails. Then I applied a few coats of spray-on lacquer, and that does it for project number 1. Project number 2 was a suggestion from Jack, one of our subscribers. He sent me a few photos and I really liked the idea. I've created a full set of templates for this project as well, so you can build it yourself, and it is free to our Grove members this month, which makes a total of 6 free plans this month to Grove members. Now normally I would just cut all the pieces out for this project using the scroll saw, but given my restrictions, I'm going to go ahead and enlist the help of the X-Tool S1 for this project, but that doesn't mean you can't use your scroll saw, bandsaw, or even coping saw for this project. Jack's plan calls for 1/2" material, so I cut all the pieces out twice from some leftover 1/4" material that I already had on hand. Once everything was cut out, I used some super glue to glue all the pieces together to get that 1/2 inch thickness. Then I glued some little blocks of wood onto the backs of the front and middle stone pieces. I also glued the cross on the back of the big back stone piece. I decided to use gel stain on the stone pieces so the wood grain could still be seen. After applying a coat of white paint as primer to the rest of the pieces, I hand painted them with some craft paints. With everything painted and dry, I glued the stone sections together and glued the trees in place, and that does it for project number 2. Alright, our Easter projects are finished. Let's go over a few things real quick. Starting with this plaque, I really like how this came out. Like I said before, you don't have to have a laser engraver. You could easily do this with wood burning or a inkjet transfer or just some paint pens. You also don't have to make it on a stand like this. You could just put a picture hanger on the back and hang it on the wall. I'm really glad that Christina took the time to put the bevels on all these pieces because it adds a lot of detail to this little plaque. Now, I really love this idea right here. When I first saw it, I instantly thought of like an Easter version of a Christmas nativity. I love the fact that I can swap out the characters or make more characters to create different scenes or different moments. Now, I added those little blocks of wood in between each layer of stone just to add a little bit more dimension, but you could always cut these stone pieces out of some thicker material, like 3/4 inch material. Either way, it's a super cool project, so a big thanks to Jack for suggesting it. Make sure to let me know in the comments below what you think of these projects and which one is your favorite. Like I said before, I have a full set of plans and templates for both of these projects over on our website. They are on sale right now during our spring sale, and they are also free to our Grove members this month. Speaking of which, a big shout out and thank you to all our new Grove members who help keep this channel going, and thank you for watching. Be safe and have a great day.